Radio Suno 91.7 FM. This is me, Ashtamy, and I have a very interesting people with me today to talk about a lot of things, especially about life coaching, business training, and a lot other more. So I would love to welcome Murali Sundaram. He's a publisher, author, happiness coach, and a founder of TLC Masterminds. Hi, sir, and welcome.
Thank you very much for the...
Not only to the radio station, to the Qatar also, I would love to welcome you.
Thank you, Ashtamy. Thank you.
Yes, and also I have Mohammed Shabeeb. He's also a life coach and a founder of Zenix Life. Welcome, Shabeeb.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so both of you are here representing BNI, and I really wanted to start with, getting to know more about BNI. What is both of your roles in BNI? Can you just explain about BNI?
So BNI is a global organization. Mm-hmm. It's known as Business Network International. We help business owners to make more money through referral marketing. Mm. So referrals is the most important thing that you can get to grow your business, because somebody is speaking positively about you and introducing you to someone who is now expecting your call. Okay. And then what happens is you call the person, the deal closes faster for you, which means you can move on to the next deal faster. Being a global organization, it operates through a franchise model. So I am the national director for BNI in Qatar. Okay. And Murali, you want to explain your role in BNI?
I do multiple roles in BNI. Okay. I'm an executive director for Chennai A region. And I run one particular region in Chennai as a franchise owner. Okay. Apart from that, I'm also having extra responsibilities of heading India for the training and development, and also the global master trainer of creating curriculum and translating that and putting it and sharing it in various places and creating more trainers. Okay, cool. Because in one way, BNI is also the world's largest training organization.
Yeah, I want to ask you that also, because you guys said before also you're like one of the largest training organization. And how do you manage, like which all areas, like an organization or a profession, how do you focus on each areas?
Core of what we do is referrals. So we are the world's largest referral organization. That's what we put on our posters. Okay. But doing this, we also end up doing 11,500 business networking events globally in 77 countries every week.
Every week?
Every week. Okay. So in a year, that's almost 600,000 events.
Oh God.
In which every week 330,000 people participate. In a year, that's more than 15 million people participating in BNI. And all of these are business owners, decision makers. In Qatar alone, we do 6 events a week happening in different hotels around Doha at breakfast or lunchtime. Okay. Around 200 to 220 business owners participate in these events weekly. What they do in those meetings is basically speak about their business to each other and then see how they can generate referrals within the room through the people who's listening to them. So you might actually end up getting $1 million referral in a single meeting. And it has happened. A couple of weeks back, one of our members just announced a multi-million real deal just because his ask, the person that he wanted to meet, was answered by somebody else in the room. And that turned into a deal of 2 million reals. Imagine just going for a 3-hour meeting, speaking for 30 seconds about someone you want to meet and ending up getting 2 million reals. So that's what happened. And this happens every day in BNI globally. So much so that it's $23.3 billion in the last 12 months globally in 77 countries.
So it's basically a platform where you can share your ideas as well and also get the investors. You have many options.
Yeah, we don't give investments. We generate referrals.
Yeah. That's what
we help you to grow the business.
Kind of a growth related thing. And as you said, training and everything you have given. So a right guidance at a right point of time is very, very important.
Absolutely.
Especially for business. Like they can lack in knowledge, they can lack in confidence, and also in many other areas. So do you identify what is their weakness and how do you do that training? I want to know about that.
See, when they come to these meetings every week, many of the members come back and say that, hey, BNI looks like a business school for me.
Okay.
Because I have 50, 60 people in the room. Each of them, they're all decision makers and founders of their own company whom we can't hire as your sales staff. They're all decision makers. You can't afford them. But they're coming and giving you ideas for your business. What strategies will work? True. What strategies will never work? And where will you get that? For free. It's absolutely not possible.
Yes.
And I have seen many situations where, due to some reasons, financial reasons, health reasons, when the emotions go down, that's where the whole chapter, we call it as a chapter, they all hang themselves together tightly and they help each other. That bonding, the moral support, the confidence, okay? Apart from the trainings that we are giving. We give trainings on how do you speak, how do you market yourself, because many of them don't know the marketing language.
True.
They're damn good in their subject knowledge, but they don't know how to market it.
Yeah.
So we
They'll
teach
be good
them.
in speaking as well, but they don't know how to do it.
So the how do you market it, how do you sell it, how do you network with people, how do you build relationship with people, because no schools teach you that. How do you build relationship with people? How do you build trust with people? So a lot of interesting things we teach to all our members. Thereby they go back and apply it. And when they apply, they suddenly see a different person of them, a different version of them. And we are one of the world's best organization which creates more leaders. Because when a leadership is awakened inside you, because we give enough opportunities to develop yourself as a leader, because the chapter is run by the members.
Okay.
So when the chapter is run by the members, your leadership quality increases. And when your mind expands, I have seen many members come back and said, Murali, before coming to BNI, I had only 2 employees.
Okay.
But after handling this 50, 60 entrepreneurs in my chapter, no, I know that I can hire 100 people in my office and I can run a large organization. I've seen someone who have started business from home and they're running a business with 100, 200 employees.
Cool.
These are all the things that BNI teaches them.
And also, I think it also changes the personality, right?
Absolutely.
As a business owner or an entrepreneur, as you said, the decision maker, they should have a specific personality, a very good personality, and those kind of thing. It just gets from these kind of experiences.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because you can't learn that from a book. Huh?
Yeah, I learned from a book, but I never had the. I'm also a business student, but I never get that practical experience. That's a very good thing. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is very important. As business owners, many of us, we and with the startup culture nowadays, most people don't get corporate exposure, and they end up coming to start up a company with the knowledge they have from what they have studied in school. But then you just realize that most of schools or education system, I'm not blaming them in any way. Teachers, builders for sure. But then most of the schools don't teach you how to do business. 7th standard or 7th grade in the Indian system, they stop teaching you about business by telling you somebody went to the market to buy this much potatoes and sold at this much. What is the profit? And the word profit in our lives, the last time we learn about profit is then. Of course, you might learn about finance and accounting and all, but not the language of business. Language of business is very different. And it's coming to BNI that I became a better businessman. I think you also is a testament for that, right? BNI taught us to become better businessmen and teaches more people to become better business people. And one thing that Murali touched on, the biggest challenge a business owner has as a lack of confidence is to hire people who are smarter than them. But when you are in a room with people who are much, much more smarter than you, and so you're also smarter than some of them, obviously, but BNI is a great equalizer. But then you end up in leadership roles, leading these people for 6 months to 1 year. You end up getting more confidence to hire people who are smarter than you. And, Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, all of them always says this. If you want your business to grow, hire people who are smarter than you, because, if you hire people who are not smarter than you, end up working for them rather than them working for you.
True.
So BNI teaches that. That's what the best thing about BNI I love about it.
Okay.
The way it just gives you so much gyan, as we say in India, is amazing. Amazing.
True. And talking about BNI, I should also talk about TLC. Yes, TLC masterminds, right?
Yes,
what is that? A core thing in TLC, other than business related things are discussed in BNI. But what is other than business? What is TLC masterminds?
TLC masterminds is actually a global accountability forum.
Okay.
A forum built with professionals and business owners and executives who really like to become a thought leader.
Okay.
Because it's all about making thought leadership. Because my teacher always says the highest paid job in the world is thinking. So whoever has the ability to think very clearly, they can actually help more people and they impact the society. Everyone starts somewhere in their life, but then they get stuck somewhere, and the minute they make some little bit of money, they feel successful and they stop there. But beyond that, every human being has a quality to share their mistakes, this mess, their life experience, so that we can pass on to the next generation. And that's what a thought leader does. So the same concept of thought leaders, how do you apply it in your business? And thereby you become the best in your entire business industry domain. So in TLC, we teach everyone how can you become an author first.
Okay.
With your life experience, no, nothing. It's just from your life experience. How do you convert that knowledge and convert it into a small book Okay, because if you give a visiting card, that visiting card will go to a dustbin after 2 months. But when you hand over a book to someone, it will always stay in the shelf. Even if they don't read, at least they know that you're an author. So the whole perception changes over there. So suddenly, we start off from there of how every member in TLC becomes an author. We ensure.
Is that how you started becoming an author? Because you also write?
Absolutely. I've written more than 12 books and I've written, co-authored many books in my life.
So you started with your experience?
Absolutely right. My teacher, Dr. Brian Tracy, taught me this many, many years ago. And he said that, Murali, the only reason you will become successful is you need to have a higher branding.
Okay.
And he said, I asked him, how do I become a brand? So, rise your reputation. I asked him how. Okay, this is my course, go and do. Because he releases one book a quarter.
Okay.
And I'm a great fan of Brian's books. And then I started learning from him. Then I started writing my own book. And then he said that, hey, don't sell the book, he said. Then gift the book to your prospects. And you will suddenly see a different perception about you in them.
That's not about a business. It's just about your experience into the words.
Absolutely. And I have coached many people so far in converting their knowledge and know-how into a book. And using that book, they have got multi-million-dollar deals just with the book. Because the suddenly perception of you has changed. You're no more a business owner. They suddenly see you as an author. They don't see you as a professional, a chartered accountant, or a doctor. Suddenly they see you as an author because the word authority as an author. Suddenly they see you in that angle. So that's how slowly thought leadership can be built as an author. Thought leadership can be built as a speaker, by sharing your knowledge as a mentor, by becoming a coach. So we help everyone to learn all these reputation skills, and also we teach them how do you market yourself, how do you sell yourself, how do you speak yourself. So all these things we teach is more of a learning and implementation platform is what TLC is all about, because the world needs more thought leaders. That's what I see.
It's really great. And more than a thoughtful leader, what excited me is that you're an happiness coach. That's really a much needed kind of a coaching in these kind of surrounding. And how happy are you being an happiness coach?
Always happy, no expectation at anything, anyone in life. So that keeps me happy.
So what do you actually, how do you do it? I really have the curiosity to know, how do you do the happiness coaching?
Everyone asks me this question, can you teach me happiness?
Yeah.
I tell them, actually, I don't know how to teach you happiness.
Yeah, that's why I asked you, how do you do it? Because I can't ask can you tell me or give me some happiness coaching? I can't do that. But how do you do it?
I'll tell you the opposite of it, how not to be unhappy. Okay. Because easier to teach unhappiness.
Okay.
Because almost everyone knows what is unhappiness. Because there are two keys of unhappiness, more than the keys of happiness. If you know how to remove these two keys in your life, you'll always be happy.
Maybe overthinking?
No, number one is donkey. The first key is donkey.
Okay.
Like how a donkey carries load, emotional, like a load.
Okay.
We as human beings carry emotional burden.
Yes. Okay.
The number one. Yeah, the carrying of suffering, all the past worries, anxieties, the conflicts, how they are behaving like me. Why did they insulted me like this? They should have behaved with me like this. So too much of emotional baggage, people don't release it properly. So like the donkey.
How can you release it if a kind of a very big tragedy or kind of, or something which makes you really anxious in some kind of point of time?
See, it's very simple, Ashtamy. There are two ways to look at it. Either you recall everything in your mind and do a psychotherapy and analysis and go back and rethink and talk it over and do that. Or follow the oldest methodology of releasing those emotional baggage by practicing very powerful breathing exercises and meditative processes. And our ancestors have actually given us the prescription, the formula.
Yes.
So I actually teach a lot of breathing and meditation to people.
Cool.
Thereby, instead of teaching you the symptoms to be removed, let's work at the root cause of your unhappiness. The donkey, and the next one is the monkey, the second key, the wavering mind, which always goes to the past or the future, which doesn't come and sit in this moment
That's
of
what I
now.
said. Like an overthinking,
Overthinking.
Just thinking about what will happen, what not to happen.
So how do you handle that? So I teach this as an online I teach breathing, meditation, and I take people to Himalayas for a trekking.
I was going to ask you. I was going because is it something which makes you happy to go to the trekking and away from the business or the life coaching or even with Shabeeb?
So I'll tell you something about Murali. When I came into BNI, I hadn't attended any trainings till I came to BNI after I finished college. Okay, and coming into BNI opened up a complete new world for me. And one of the best people I've met in that world is Murali. Murali is actually for me a guru. Okay, in my trainings, how I deliver trainings, I've learned a lot from him. I became so much of a fan of his teachings that I actually traveled to Chennai for 3 days to stay there and attend his breath at work exercise. And one of the best things that he taught me was Nidra Yoga, which helps you fall asleep for 10 minutes and makes you feel refreshed as though you have slept for 6 hours.
I should practice that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the breathing exercises. Since then, it takes a lot to phase me since that thing, because I just need to take a deep breath and I'm grounded. So how do you do that? All these things are actually something that Murali teaches, and I have become an ardent follower of, and which we want to take forward as practices through bringing TLC into Qatar.
Yes.
And that's what we are going to be doing very soon. And
it's really important, right?
Yeah, and that's what is going to happen on Saturday also.
Okay.
It's going to be the first step of many, many big things that's going to come to Qatar.
Yeah,
which we'll speak about later.
We are going to talk about that Saturday coaching.
Yes.
Before that, I want to ask you, Shabeeb, that you are a life coach, right?
Yes.
Life coach. A life, basically, we have a professional life and also a personal life. You give training in life coaching, and also you give training business coaching and everything. So a basic question to any businessman or any entrepreneur or who wants to become an entrepreneur: how do you balance both? Like that's some people can manage their professional life, but they'll be a failure in their personal life.
So
but it can go opposite way as well. So how do you balance it?
So the first thing is, get rid of the balancing act. Because the balancing act requires you to remove something from somewhere and put it somewhere else. And then, you are always balancing. The monkey thing, which Murali just spoke about. You're just trying to be the monkey. You're balancing on so many things. You will be too much agitated. Finding harmony is important. That's what Dr. Ivan, the founder of BNI, I learned it from him. Harmony. Don't focus on balancing, focus on harmony. There will be days when you have to work harder. There will be months maybe when you have to work harder. You have to spend less time with your family. But how do you harmonize that? How do you communicate that? How do you take it forward? So life coaching essentially is a way to have somebody who's not judging you and listening to you. So as a coach, what we do in coaching, many people think that we give advice. We don't. What we do is we just sit down and listen to what you have to say.
The most powerful thing which a person can do.
Exactly.
Listen.
But listening without judging.
Yeah, that's important.
That's even more powerful. So we just sit down and listen and we ask questions. Because, one of my belief, I'm also spiritual in a way, but one of my biggest belief is that whatever higher power you believe in will not give you a problem that is bigger than what you can solve. Every person is only given a problem or a challenge that they can solve with their capabilities. The answer is within you.
True.
If you have a challenge, that answer is within you. You just have to dig deeper. But to dig deeper, you need someone to guide you through that process. And that is what a coach does. And my school of thought is NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, which forms the basis of how people think. And what I always tell people is, so I'll just ask you a question, Ashtamy. Who is a person that you speak to the most in a day?
Most in a day?
Yeah.
Maybe my friend, a very close friend.
Okay.
And then my mother.
Okay, long list, but none of these are the people that you speak to in a day. Most in a day. Think again, who do you speak the most in a day?
Oh, yeah. To my colleagues.
No?
No.
It's yourself.
Okay.
Every single action that you take consciously is after you have had a conversation with yourself. Even getting out of bed is a conversation with yourself.
You have to get a Ashtamy, yes.
No, the minute you open your eyes, you're talking.
Yeah. Yes,
there's a non-stop nonsense running inside you.
It is. And the thing is, if that conversation is not the right one, believe me, you will have a very, very bad day. Think about it. You're getting up and saying, today I have to face that guy. What have you just told yourself?
True.
Right? So you actually compromise yourself.
I just realized when I'm in a very bad mood, I always look at the mirror and say, Ashtamy, no, I have to come back.
Exactly.
No, I really do that. I really do that because...
So that conversation is NLP.
Yeah.
Because many of us, we go into emotions and patterns that our brain has been trained to or gone through beforehand. And then many of those are replays that we do, and we bring those replays into different situations. So whatever emotional, and the thing is, our brain thinks electric. Okay, our thoughts are electric, our emotions are chemical. Okay, thoughts move faster than our emotions.
True.
Right? And then if you're not able to harmonize this thoughts, slow it down, which is what you get through meditation, and then bring it to a speed at which your chemicals work, it's always going to be challenging to be at peace or be happy. You're going to be always be distressed. That's what happens. So life coaches, what we do is we help you with this. We help you slow down.
I like it.
We help you harmonize. We help you create a much more peaceful outlook into what you are facing as a challenge or, enjoying life. Both of this.
So just to add on, in TLC, we create life coaches.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We create life coaches. We create business coaches.
Yes.
We create people because you have an experience.
True.
You have gone through that mess. So that mess becomes your message and you are the messenger.
True. It's I'm getting a business training and went to the life coaching, happiness coaching. It's a lot of thing, and as a personally for me, I really wanted even TLC or even BNI or whether Xenex, you guys are going to bring those things to Qatar, and it's already over here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Saturday coaching or even more coaching, which is coming to the in the future. So how do you are going to conduct it? Is it related to business training or life coaching or a mix of everything?
I have attended this training with Murali, and actually I've signed up to become an author. So the thing that he covers is 9 things to become more profitable. So this session is more focused on business owners because what he said, it focuses on taking your expertise in whatever profession that you're practicing in your business and make yourself as an authority to it. But the first thing is people take you seriously when you're a good businessman or successful in what you're doing. But to create that success, there are 9 steps. And I'll allow Murali to speak about what exactly he's going to cover, but not in depth because we need more attendees.
Yeah.
Right? But then, what overall he's going to cover.
It's okay, you can tell
and
me.
What will be the add-on to it.
Yeah, I can see what you will learn in an MBA for 2 years. I will share it in 2 hours. So I'm going to help you to save, first of all, the money.
Yeah, the time.
Okay, and all you need is just learn this and go back and implement.
Yeah.
And there are 9 elements are involved if you really want to scale up your organization, if you want to grow, if you want to convert a stranger into a fan of yours, into a raving fan of yours. Okay, how do you convert the stranger into a follower, the follower into a prospect, into a customer, and then into a ambassador for you? But there are 9 grids are there. If you can follow these 9 and start applying it, you will always become successful. So I'm going to share this in a very simple way because I teach everything in a very simple way.
Yeah.
Don't complications. No
I vouch
bullshit.
for it.
Yeah, I really want to experience this too because I really like the way you present your thoughts and your thing. So something else I wanted to end up asking is that we talked about trekking, but I really very curious to know how do you complete 200 pages of reading and a film a day, like a film a day really, or 2 hours of a film, or even 1 hour
More,
of video. And a 200 page, I can't even imagine doing it every day, single day.
True.
How do you do it?
No, these 2 are the most important activity of my life where I give a lot more priority, no compromise on that. Pretty successful for more than 10, 12 years now, consistently on this activity.
So 1 movie a day means 365 movies a year.
Absolutely.
For almost 12 years.
Yeah, it's like that, absolutely. Now, people ask me, how do you find time? This is what I say that I started off watching movie, but now these movies and reading book is more like a meditation for me. For example, I run 3 different businesses, 3 different people I respond to, 3 different challenges every day. They all drag me in all different directions.
Different type of coachings.
Yeah, so what happens, I need to have a buffer in my mind.
Okay.
Thereby, one company's problems should not go to the other side. So it has become like one, generally it happens. If you're working on a particular task and you move to the next one, the previous task attention, we call this as an attention residue, will go and impact the next one.
Okay.
So for me, the movie watching is like on buffer. After 90 minutes of working or 1 hour of working, put a 10-minute zone out in my head. So 10 minutes of, I will watch the movie and then pause. So morning 4:30 a.m. to night 9:30 p.m. we have enough time to watch movie on pause mode, because for me it has become a meditation now.
Okay.
And also it helps you for another practice called sensorial withdrawal.
Okay.
How do you hold that? The episode is about to come to an end. You should use your willpower to pause over there and say, hold on. Okay, hold on.
It's
Okay.
so difficult.
So for me, it's like one gamification for me. How do I handle my own thoughts? How do I
Even
handle my own
you
emotions?
stop reading at the twists and turns where it
Absolutely, yes.
comes. Really? I thought so.
No, that's where the training is. It's all about training to your mind. How do you train your own mind? And been doing it. So I don't read continuously. It's like reading for 10 minutes, stop. When I sit and wait for someone, why should I wait for someone? I can read at that time. That's how I started off reading.
That's what I do nowadays. I download series or episodes, and if I have someone who give me literally a post, if you say in our language, they make us wait.
They make you a post.
Yeah.
And since
You
I
have to see
learned
it.
speed reading, I'm able to read a little faster.
Oh, okay.
And I keep telling one, when you're reading, don't understand it.
So you watch any language?
Oh,
any
I watch
genre.
any language, any genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, interestingly, even if I don't know the language, I love to watch that. Okay, no problem.
Nice. And I have heard also Shabeeb is also, doing a kind of a similar thing, watching 2 episodes at least a day.
So when you get into NLP and when you understand that it's all about the thoughts and behavioral patterns, the best school that you can learn from is series and movies, because these scriptwriters, they are learners of human character. They learn human character. They understand situations. They understand emotions, and they put it down. Where can you see a myriad of emotions being played? Different twists, plots. That's what it is. As a business owner, I love off-roading. I do off-roading, and I'm going to take Murali tomorrow for an off-roading
I'm excited on that.
Inland Sea.
Cool.
So I have an off-roader for my weekend, and I have a business car for my business uses.
Okay.
The off-roader has been built to survive the desert. The reason why I do off-roading is many of the emotions that you get, many of the calculations that you make, many of the, when you do the sloping on the dune, when you climb steep, what is the gear you need to have? What's the momentum you need to have? All these are the similar emotions you have when you're in business. What's the capital expenditure you're going to have this week? What is the sales up, take? Okay, now you're stuck. What do you do? You're stuck in sand. You're stuck in your business. What do you do? What kind of gears you have to use? What kind of, how you have to get out, take a look around your car, reduce air, maybe, and then do. So all this actually, builds up behaviors that you can fall back on to depend when you're in stressful situations. The more you train yourself through stress to handle distressful situations, and then train yourself not to be emotionally engaged, but be using your resources, using your available strength that is there in you, and then you create a solution, it's fantastic. And what happens is your business life becomes easy, which means everything in your life becomes easy.
Cool.
That's what
I really like it. So I really want to talk more about all these things, but we are already out of time. So, whether you want a life coaching or a business coaching, or, you want to at least, as he said, talk with, or you want someone to listen without any judgment. You want someone to guide you through your business failure or your problems or even your ideas. You want someone to help you with. They are here. BNI is here, and also TLC is going to be here with all the coaching and training and everything. I really wanted you guys to be, flourish over here. So all the very best, and all the best for the coaching. And I really wanted to attend, but since it's a business coaching, I'm not going to.
No, you can also come. You should write a book. You should write a book.
You should write a book.
So it's not about business people.
No, it's
anyone
about
can come.
profession.
It's about a
Anyone,
profession.
business,
Okay.
professionals, executives. I have a lot of teenagers in BLC.
Oh. So anyone can come.
Yes.
Anyone can.
If you're a
That's
teenager,
cool.
you really want to write a book, come. I'll teach you.
And come in with an open mind, and we'll give
That's
you the
very
pen
important.
and paper. You just have to be there, be ready to learn, absorb, and see what your future can be with TLC. Because the full form of TLC, which I don't think we mentioned yet.
It's called Teachers or Leaders Community.
Oh.
Because I
Exactly.
believe everyone are teachers and everyone are leaders.
Exactly. So TLC stands for Teachers Are Leaders Community. We teach, we make sure that you become a teacher as well as a leader. And we are bringing it to Qatar. We will have regular programs going on, and all of this will be published on a upcoming Facebook or LinkedIn page that we're going to be creating very soon.
Okay.
So we look forward to seeing you all there.
Sure.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Thanks a lot.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
I
Ashtamy,
hope
for
you
having us
guys
here.
enjoyed this.
We enjoyed,
Absolutely, yes.
absolutely. We had a happy time here.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
also
Thank you.
had
Thank you.
a very good time.
Bye bye.
Thank you.